What's up, dorks?
It's Oreo, little cute doggy.
I just got back from doing this voiceover, and on my way home, I was thinking about something, and I think it'd be fun to talk about it, so come over here, come on. I want to talk to you guys about pursuing a passion or a dream as a career, or doing what everybody else does because it's the logical thing to do. Generally, I feel that everybody goes through something like this. When I was growing up, I was a kid who bounced around schools a lot. We changed cities a lot. We moved a lot, which wasn't a bad thing. You know, I had my brother and my sister always with me, and we played together, and we didn't need anybody else. It wasn't until high school when I felt like I finally got to this place where I felt like I could find my groups, and I finally found theater, and I found marching band, and I started having these goals and these dreams and these aspirations. I wanted to do something with movies, be a part of them, act in them. I wanted it so bad that I was going to audition for all these schools at this big acting conference that we went to at the end of my senior year. I went up on stage and I did these monologues that we'd been working on, and it was so bad. So bad. So bad that I just got a couple postcards from a couple schools saying, like, you want to come visit our campus? You could take a look around. It wasn't anything but just like, basically I got spam mail from colleges. I kind of was lost. I didn't know what to do. I knew that I wanted to pursue this dream of mine of acting, whatever that may be, voice acting or in movies or theater or whatever. But I also thought, that's not very smart. You know, maybe I'm not good enough for this. Yeah, I didn't get into any colleges, so what's the point of trying, you know? So being the way I am, I looked at the situation, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go for it. I went to school undeclared at a college, and I was going to eventually try to get into an acting program again. The first audition for the first show that I'd ever auditioned for in college came up, and I decided I'm gonna sign up, I'm gonna go, I'm going to audition, and I'm gonna show them that I can do this. I went into the audition room, and I'll never forget feeling this overwhelming sense of nervousness. I was literally shaking. I mean, my body was tremoring, my voice. And unless you have some crazy weird voice, if you're shaking from nerves of any sort when you're trying to sing a song, you sound like you're singing while sitting on top of a washing machine. Needless to say, I didn't get it. So that is obviously when I decided it was done. After my one semester of being undeclared, I left that college. I went to a community college, and I decided to pursue what was practical. I've always had an interest in technology and computers, so I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll just learn to code, and that's what I'll do for the rest of my life. And coding is so incredible. I was in that program for 2 years. I learned so much information. But 2 years into the program, I couldn't help but feel like I just was in the wrong place. I couldn't keep up. My personality was much different from everybody else. I wasn't like anybody else. Coding was very difficult for me. It didn't come naturally to me because I was trying to force something to work in my life rather than just doing what I know I'm good at. And through this, I started to get pretty sad about everything. I only had my 2 friends, but they had gone off to college themselves, about where I was in life, about my looks, about my weight, my age. You know, I was 3 years out of high school, and I still felt like I did the day I left high school. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was alone, living in my parents' basement, wondering what's next. And that is when another one of my really good friends from high school gave me a call. She told me that we had to meet up because she was in town for a little bit, and we ended up going out, and she talked to me about this theater program and how excited she was and how much she loved it and how much she thought that I should go try to do it again. She pulled me out of this situation where I was trying to do what was practical for my life because I knew that that was the smart thing and the logical thing to do, and because I told myself that I wasn't ever going to be good enough to do what I truly wanted to do. So through that, she pulled me out of where I was in my life. And this time, I didn't let anything stop me. I auditioned for a couple plays and didn't get anything. And then I auditioned to get into the program again, and I didn't get it. But this time I had a new drive about it. I knew that I needed to do this. So I kept focusing and I kept pushing. I auditioned for the program again. Didn't get in, got waitlisted. And then I started booking some jobs, and a few months later I ended up getting into the program because somebody who was going dropped out. And I finally did it. I finally was in the program. I was pursuing what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and I knew that acting was going to be in my future.
That was until I graduated again.
Right out of graduating, we did a showcase and I didn't get an agent, I didn't get a manager. I was really disappointed in myself and down on my luck, and I convinced myself again that maybe I wasn't good enough for this career. I had been working on my singing and my voice acting and all these things. I got to play so many cool roles in college, and I was so thankful for everything. And then enter the real world, and all of a sudden I felt like I wasn't good enough at all. So I got a job at Best Buy. And you know what? I was good. I could sell computers like nobody's business. But after I was there for about a year, I wasn't feeling good about myself again. I was depressed. I was sad. I didn't feel like I was in with my people. I didn't feel like this was the place that I need to be. This felt like the first step on a staircase that leads 20 stories high. So I started auditioning for things again. I made a promise to myself, when I have the opportunity to perform and get a living wage to perform, I will stay away from telling myself that I can't, and I will stay away from jobs that don't make me truly happy. For 6 years now, I've only worked for myself. I haven't worked any retail jobs. I haven't worked any jobs that I didn't want to. The only job that I've done that's not some sort of performance is photography. That's another passion that interests me and excites me and drives me. Growing up, we're told that we have to know what we want to do by the time we go to college, or in some places, people need to know what they want to do like before middle school. Out of all these hobbies and interests that I had in my life, it took me 24 years to really, truly, finally figure out these two things that I know that I want to do with my life. Maybe had the internet at the time have been more what it is now rather than AIM, Oregon Trail, and cat pictures. Maybe I could have found somebody out there that was already doing what I wanted to do with my life, so that I could take little bits of information from what they're doing and apply it to myself. Maybe I would have figured this all out faster. But I guess in the end, what I'm really trying to say is, if you want to do something with your life, do everything in your power to make that thing happen. You could start right now by reading about it. You can study it. You can watch people's interviews. You can watch professionals work. The amount of resources that are out there for you to study and truly pursue what it is you really want to do, the amount of information that's out there for every single subject is out of this world. Anyway, I should probably go make some lunch. What are you doing? And while we're on the subject of doing what you want with your life, I want to eat some breakfast for lunch. Cue that juicy B-roll, baby. This is exactly what I wanted. Hot sauce. Hey, pro tip, keep your hot sauce from Taco Bell. It will make your breakfast better. There's a boom 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 boom. It's like freaking magic. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to my story. I'm gonna eat some lunch. I know it's breakfast. I don't know what you guys can do with all this information. If this helps you in any way, please feel free to let me know. Oh yeah, that Taco Bell sauce though. If you could like the video and subscribe, I try to release new content every single week. Also, please share this with your friends who need to hear the same thing. Because there's a lot of us out there who have these dreams that we want to make a reality, but we're not doing it. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. So just do it. You're really cute, but you can't have any of my breakfast lunch. I'm sorry. She's trying. What's up? It's a camera. You like the camera, Oreo? She's like, what? Where is my treat?